Good morning, 903. We're here today. We're here today to talk about something that we're studying in our math class. So as math teachers, we want to be the best math teachers possible, so we also take math class. And we're learning every single day. Every day when we're in the classroom teaching you guys, we're learning how to be better teachers. And so I taught a similar lesson to my 8th graders. 8th grade, they have to do probability on the PSSAs. You guys remember probability last year? And so we want to see kind of the difference in how we switch our lessons and also how you guys have evolved in your thinking about probability from 8th grade to 9th grade. So I guarantee you, you will continue to see probability throughout all types of math that you do, right? When you go into 12th grade pre-calculus, you guys will still talk about probability. When you take business courses in college, when you take any type of research course, statistics in college, you will always talk about probability. So it's a very, very important concept. It's not going away. So I'm going to be videotaping a little bit. I might kind of come near you if you're talking, just so that the camera can hear. Just so you know, it's going to be other teachers watching you. Don't worry about what your hair looks like, or if your lanyard's on straight, because trust me, they all have 100 of their own kids that they're worried about. They want to hear more of your answers. So speak loudly, be proud of what you're saying. You guys are really smart, and we want to show the other teachers at all the other schools here in Philadelphia how smart you guys are. So, Ms. Metcalfe, anything else?
You ready? Okay. So I'm just going to go over the agenda board pretty clearly today. I know a lot of times I just breeze right through it or skip it all together knowing that you can read, but I'm going to be pretty specific because the lesson looks a little different. One of the things about our class is we talk about different ways of teaching than just the mastery model, than just what you see every day here at Mastery, okay? So you're going to see a little bit more group work, a little bit more push to get you guys to answer questions that I haven't explicitly shown you yet, okay? But you have the skills and you have the knowledge to answer, I guarantee. Okay, so you've done the do now. You looked at these 5 situations, Kiana, and you picked out how many to answer on your own? 3, okay? And hopefully you wrote full sentences that I will happily read over later. Okay, once we're finished reviewing some answers, I want to hear what the best you got for the ones that you chose. We're going to review some probability basics. You guys have studied probability in 8th grade. We already did it in 9th grade. You will see it on the foresight, okay? So it is something you will be tested on again as well. And I just want to revisit the very bare basics on it. And then you're going to work together. Before we talk about anything else about probability or what we're focusing on, you're going to work together with a group to answer 5 questions, okay? Come up with the best answers in the class, your group can. Okay, guided practice. We're going to move and we're going to talk about spinners, the probability of landing on a certain number on spinners. So we're going to look at 4 different spinners and talk about how they're the same, how they're different, and how that changes the probability of what might happen when we spin. And then you're going to answer 10 questions on your own. They are not just about spinners. They're about all kinds of games or probability opportunities, okay? There's one about winning 25 bucks, okay? And I want to see how you apply what we talk about in the do now and what we talk about with the spinners to something a little different that's not a spinner, okay? So I'm going to push you guys a little harder. And then you're going to turn in the IP. There's not an exit slip. I'm going to read your answers to the IP, and that'll tell me how far you pushed yourself or how far we got today. And then your homework is going to be related to objectives on the benchmark, okay? So this is just for this period that we're going to focus on this. It might bleed into next period. Miss Fremling will have to go. She'll stop taping, but if we need time out of the second period, we can take that, okay? The second period, I have a packet that is asking you to find distance, midpoint, and endpoint all at the same time, okay? So you can start to learn how to differentiate those skills when you're going to see them all together over the benchmark. Okay, so you guys have this in front of you. I'm looking forward to hearing some really good answers. Anybody want to volunteer? All 5 are up for grabs at the moment as we go through. There'll be fewer and fewer to choose from, so probably a good idea to volunteer up front, and then I'll pick somebody else to hear their answers. So you can pick any one of the 5 and tell me what you wrote. Full sentence. I know you wrote it in a full sentence. So I got 3 people that want to help out. I need more than that. Thank you. I saw another hand go up. Nobody's proud of their answers? Nobody's anything they want to share?
Me.
Okay, Tamika definitely, her hand went up first, real high. She's ready to go. Tamika, let me hear. Which one have we talked about?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3.
expecting a baby, what is the probability of having a girl? Why?
Okay.
I said the probability of having a girl is a 50 chance.
Okay. 50% chance. So the probability of having a girl, great sentence, is a 50% chance. And did you add something to that? A magic word, perhaps?
Huh?
What did you add to that to explain why?
Because like 50% chance, because you can have a boy and a girl.
Because there's two things that can happen. What are they again?
Huh? Say that again?
Because you can have.
Because you can have a boy too.
Okay. So you're saying it's equally likely that she will have a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
50-50. Could be either. Everybody agree with that? Anybody disagree? Write anything different? No, we're good with that? Okay, so if number 3 was not one of the ones you chose, then you can definitely fill in Tamika's answer. So you have all 5 filled in by the end, okay? So if number 3 is not one of the ones you filled in on your own, you're filling it in now. Naeem. You want number 5. Okay, give everybody a second just in case they didn't answer number 3. We've talked about this one, right? And honestly, this question, number 5, everybody take a look, read it again. This is the question that prompted this lesson for me, okay? Because I remember the first time I asked this question, and I was very surprised by the answers. And clearly, I knew there was more work to do when I heard some of them. So Naeem, I'm ready. Give me the answer.
What is the probability of getting hit by lightning? I got 1 out of a billion because people don't get hit by lightning.
Okay, so you put the probability is 1 out of a billion. Because why? People don't get hit by lightning. Okay, let's hear it. Disagreement? Agreement? Basically, I think Naeem's saying it's pretty small, right? The chance, the probability of getting hit by lightning is pretty darn small because he hasn't seen it happen very much. So, okay, ready? Agreement, disagreement. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Okay, Ahmad, go ahead. Tell us why you agree.
You don't hear on the news somebody getting hit by lightning.
Okay, it's not something you hear. What do you hear more often? How do people unfortunately meet the end?
People get shot.
Okay. Okay, so there's other ways that you hear more often when you listen to the news, so you're more familiar with them. Okay, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else agree or disagree? Yeah.
I don't agree.
You don't agree? Okay, what do you think? What do you have written?
Yeah, I think there's a very small chance of it happening, but I think it's bigger than 1 out of a billion.
Okay, so you're saying, Naeem, I agree with you on one aspect. It's pretty small,
It's not that small.
but it's not that small. How come you think that?
It's like it happens more often than people think.
Okay, we just don't hear about it
Right.
every single day. Okay, so it's not something that they always put on the news, or it might not be something we hear on the news in this area a lot. Okay, great. Okay, everybody good with that? So, Deanna, can you what did you write? You picked this one?
Yeah.
What did you write?
I put 1 out of 1 million. I said the probability of someone getting hit by a lightning is 1 out of 1 million. 1 million. That's what I put.
And you have a because.
Do I have a because?
I need you to have a because. So could you have a because?
I didn't have it because, but I can say it.
If you don't mind, that would be great.
Because there is a small chance of getting hit by lightning.
Great,
But
perfect.
there is still a chance.